Well, hey, good evening, evening, good evening. Hey, everybody. We're live this evening, seeing what's going on, what's coming up in the market next week. Let's see what there is to offer for us next week. Well, this week coming up, it's Sunday, so it's things will move comfortably. Mm-hmm. Making sure everything moves comfortably as we go through the show. I don't think I need that. Okay. Getting it all ready, Freddy. Getting it all ready, Freddy. Hope everybody took some time this weekend to kind of give yourself a break. We just finished OPEX week, and I was seeing online where some folks was like, OPEX took them out. Took them out. OPEX week is something serious. All right. First of all, hey Ward, hey James, how y'all doing? I've traded OPEX weeks a lot, and every time I get to Friday, it's like, why do we do this? Why, oh why do we do OPEX Friday? Because it's generally bananas. Now, this particular OPEX Friday wasn't so bad. This one wasn't so bad. It kind of acted right, if you want to call it that. It kind of acted right, but it was a lot. I'm going to show y'all what happened this past week, show y'all what happened this week in the markets, and then we'll go on from there. We did our first full week of copy trading. That's something we'll talk about here today. Yeah, talk about what happened in the market, talk about what happened in the membership, talk about all kind of stuff. Y'all ready? I was giving the platforms a chance to tell the people that we were here. Y'all hit the thumbs up and hit the notification bell so that way all the platforms can tell people that we're on, that we're live. We're live. We're on live. Yeah, it's been a good weekend, kind of quiet. Y'all know I know why I didn't talk about it. Well, I talked about it a little bit. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Didn't really trade too much on Friday because it was OPEX Friday. Saturday, kind of just took a little bit of chill pill, took some time to Friday evening, went on a date. I went on a date with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend, of course, is my husband, just in case y'all were wondering. Just in case you were wondering, that's what I did. Saturday ran errands, ran errands and took time away from the screens. I think you have to do time away from screens. All right. Janae says she ready. Hey Will. Hey Janae. Hey Miss Deborah. How we doing? Yes, you got to have time away from these screens on the weekends because it can consume us, which I'm all for that. Or putting in the time you need to put in, right? If there's time that you need to be studying this material, you're going to say which one. If you know there's time you need to put in with this material, you need to spend some time with your charts and with your material, then you need to do that because this is a skill that is learned by seat time. All right. We learn this skill with seat time. But then if we're in front of our screens during the week, which most of us are, you have to take some time even after that to really come away from the screens and give yourself like a little bit of a mini detox from the screens and then go on from there and then come back in there Sunday evening like we're doing right now. I come back in on Sunday. Usually Sunday morning I'll do a few things because I go to church. Even though my church has church services multiple days, I generally do our weekend service on Thursday. But then I watch church on Sunday usually. So I may do some things on my computer on Sunday morning. And then we go from there. If I got to run some errands. Today I spent some time. I need to post a picture of me and my crew. Me and my two and my grandson. We one of my grandsons. We got a lot of grandchildren, and we went out for a little breakfast brunch and spent some time together today, which is always pleasant. I love hanging out with my kids, and I have to put that picture into our Telegram chat for my members. Spent some time doing that today, and then here we are. We're ready for this evening, getting ourselves prepped and ready for the coming week, because we're gonna try to see if there's gonna be a Santa rally. What y'all think? If you think there's gonna be a rally next week, give me a yes in the chat. If you think nah, then give me a no in the chat. You think there's gonna be a Santa rally? I think there's gonna be a Santa rally. Well, let's look at. I'm gonna put at least put that chart on the screen, and we can see what the week looked like on Friday. So Selena said, "Here we go." Selena says, "Yes, I'm based on this weekly chart. Based on this weekly chart. Now this is a big old. Y'all know what this weekly chart is? A big old what? What is this weekly chart? I'm not sure if y'all can see that wick down here. Can y'all see that wick? That's a big old wick. It goes down as low as, this is a weekly chart. So the low is 67.20. So the low goes as far as where my mouse is down here, right? The low goes as far as here. 67.20 is where the low of the week is. I hear the word gap. What else is down here? What's this candle look like? It don't look like a gap. What does this candle look like? What does that look like? Let's see what we got here. I see a yes. Hey, Tanya. Selena said the bull's heavy already, at least per my gamma chart. Might know better after tomorrow. True. Deborah says it was a gap. I think we will be limited, but they may try to retest 6,900 again. This candle right here is a hammer. This is a hammer candle. The high of this candle is 68.61. I'm gonna show y'all where the high of this candle is. That's the high where the blue line is. And the low of this candle is 68.20. 67.20, sorry, 67.20, which is right there. It's harder to see that line because it's kind of hiding in between the other stuff, but that's the high and the low of that candle. That the blue lines, look at the blue. That's what that candle is, and that is a hammer. No, I didn't want one more blue. There we go. That is a hammer. That's a hammer candle right there. It's just, you can see all the weight is at the top, holding on to the who was the man on Marvel with the hammer? Thor? Is it Thor? Yeah, Thor and the hammer. Yep. Let me see. Did I see something else here? For a hammer, special candle. Santa rally basically is like where people get excited about or there's a boost, a bullish boost because of the holiday. So things generally can go. The thought are that things would go up because of the excitedness about the holiday. Okay. Yeah, Thor. All right. That's what this is. This is a hammer candle for the week. The hammer candle is generally a bullish move. Okay, a hammer says a bull. You see, even though it ended red, it closed lower than it opened. It still has all the weight is at the top. Still stayed up here toward the top. Okay, that's what the weekly candle looks like. Okay, like Selena said, it may not be able to go too much further past 6,900, but at this point, this week closed at 68.34. That's 60 something points. 66 points from where SPX closed on Friday to 6,900 is about 66 more points. Okay, let's look at the daily chart. Show what the daily did. Show what the daily did for last week. Every day, right? We had Monday, which was the 12th. Monday had a gap with it. It got closed on Tuesday, right? There was a gap, got closed. This was Monday, down, and then Wednesday was a very small doji. You almost can't even see the candle because it was doji. It opened and closed within like 15 cents. I think we talked about that Wednesday morning, which is another open and went down. Open and down day was, what was this, Thursday? Oh, it says Wednesday. Okay, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday closed down here at in the 6,800, 67 and some change. Sorry, not even 6,800. And then it opened up here at 67.78. I don't believe all this is closed though. So there's a gap that is left down here because this was not closed. Let me mark the gap. Okay, this from Wednesday to Thursday was not closed. That's the gap that remains after Wednesday to Thursday. It closed down here on Wednesday, gapped up, pulled back a little bit, but left a lot of room down here at the bottom. Okay, and that gap is that volume imbalance is still going to wait for SPX to come back and get it. All right, that's from about 67.20 all the way up to about 67.58, so almost 67.60. Right there. Then from Thursday to Friday, this was the Thursday candle, this little one here. And then from Thursday to Friday, it gapped up also, didn't come back down and fill that gap either. So there is a gap left. The Thursday to Friday gap is also left. Looks like it's from 67.75 to 67.92. That's what happened on Friday morning. It gapped up and kept going. That was on some news. And then just, I guess, what was it? Not CPI. We had University of Michigan on Friday. OPEX. All the things happened on Friday. Well, manipulation is a piece of it. Selena says 6,800 is strong support again. Yes, it is strong support yet again. Let's talk about what happened on Friday. What did Friday look? Oh, not that small. This is what Friday looked like. Thought it was going to be more activity. I expected a little more volatility on Friday, but it turned out to kind of be a nothing burger. It popped up. We had a gap up open. And then we had a good, big, massive candle for that first 30-minute candle. This is a 30-minute time frame. 30-minute. It stayed in the opening range for the next 2 or 3 candles. Finally broke out during the 11 o'clock candle. Came back in a little bit and then stayed out. But even after that, it just kind of consolidated after that. Didn't really go anywhere. Didn't really pull back in here. Just kind of hung out. So it kind of ended up being a nothing. But you would rather expect it to be something and then it be nothing than for you to expect it to be nothing and it ends up being something. All right. I was busy focused on other things, so I didn't really get take a really good position, any good positions on there. I did not trade the copy trading account on Friday because I knew I wasn't going to be focused. So there's that. But that's what Friday did. Michael seems to think markets are going to be down on Monday. Could be. Listen, I trade what I see. It maybe comes down. It doesn't. Either way, we're trading what's in front of us. Yep, we're trading what's in front of us. So looking at our trades list for the week, we had 10 out of 13 profitable trades. Again, 77% win rate. And the ones that were not profitable, BA is Boeing, right? I always get it mixed up with Boeing and Bank of America. I think Bank of America is BAC. Boeing is BA. It was breached a little bit on the call credit spread side. Microsoft breached on the call credit spread side. And Starbucks, it was breached a little bit on the call credit spread side. All the put credit spread trades were fine. We had 3 partial breaches on the call credit spread side, 10 out of 13 positive trades, profitable trades. Yes, yes, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it, as they say. We'll take it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We'll take it. All right. All right. Let's go look, see what kind of stuff we got coming up next week. Do we have any earnings coming up this week? Is this the earnings? That looks like it was last week. What's going up in earnings this week? Let's see if I can get in here. Oh, looks like nobody. Nobody has earnings during Christmas week. These 2 weeks are free. No, we're chilling now. I guess we'll wait till first of the year and then it picks up again. So all the earnings, we finished off our earnings the 19th, and the next 2 weeks, this week looks like Limonera is Tuesday, but nothing else is for this week and next week. So there'll be a chill out, and then in January it picks back up. Picks back up in January. Okay, so we don't have any earnings to contend with. Oh, y'all didn't even get to see that screen. I already closed it and turned it off. No earnings. Sorry, y'all. Let's go back to, I guess I need to undo this so that way we can do this. There we go. No earnings. Yeah, it didn't show you the screen, but there's no earnings. Watching for Santa rally with stocks near record highs. We'll see. Maybe they rallies up to a place and then it just kind of chills out. We'll see what happens. Right. Consumer spending data and employment numbers from ADP will headline a quiet holiday week. How Oracle becomes a poster child for AI bubble fears. Oracle's up 6%. Right. Congress's punt ensures healthcare will remain a top issue in January. Because didn't we need to do something with the Affordable Care Act or something? Wasn't that on the slate for December that had to be done? That was part of the government shutdown discussions. Prediction markets and the casino mentality of 2025. Yeah, because people, the market definitely is can feel like casino-ish, and not just from the people. All right, definitely from those who manipulate it. Because I don't know how a $6,800 equity opens and closes within 15 cents. I don't know how that happens. $6,800. If you roll the dice, you can't get within 68 within 15 cents. So how does that happen? Unless somebody is pushing some buttons, right? The AI trade isn't over. Investors have just become choosier. Is choosier a word? Huh? Is choosier a word? So I need to ask ChatGPT. Is choosier a word? I don't think it is. I think the word should be maybe more choicey, more selective. Choosier, I don't think is a word. Not sure who wrote that headline, but sir or ma'am, I don't think choosier is a word. Okay. Intel stock soared in 2025, but the chip maker has a long road ahead. Now that's the truth. I do have a leap on Intel. I'm trying to give it the time because your girl wants to shut it off and just put that money on something else, but I've been using it for covered calls. Gen X is scrambling to close the retirement savings gap. Okay. Fraudsters use AI to fake artwork, authenticity, and ownership. Blanche says pulling the Trump photo from Epstein file was right. Yeah, no, everybody who in there who gets hit need to just get hit. If you was in there, you in there. Period. Period. Okay. I mean, some pictures supposedly in the Epstein files is just him standing next to folks. And that in itself is not a crime to be standing next to somebody, but it's the other stuff. Mag 7 stocks are back in favor among retail investors. Amazon, Apple, Google, etc. Rather, Mag 7 needs to recalibrate. Yeah, people want to put their money there, but they're not going to. My other boyfriend said yes. That is my other boyfriend. Oh, he said choosier is a word. He need to go ask somebody else. He need to go ask Gemini. It's Go ask Gemini, is choosier a word? Y'all make me go. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, is choosier a word? Chad, is choosier. Where you at? There we go. A word. Huh. He probably gonna come back and give me a long explanation as to why it is. Oh no, what he telling me about? Oh my goodness. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, there we go. Let me go ask. Cause see, y'all, we need to find out the truth. I said, hey, Chad. He said, here he comes. Oh, here we go. Oh, it said choosier is absolutely a real word. Its comparative form is choosy, meaning more selective or picky. I've gotten choosier about the trades I take. That's a good example. Touche, Chad. Touche. After that experience, she's much choosier with her time. Oh, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, I've got that one. Here we go. I've gotten more choosier about the trades I take. Now, that's the truth. I will take that as a good example. Chad, you said you asked Copilot. Same thing. They go into similar places to find out their answers. Yes, I've gotten choosier. Okay, so here we go. Now that we've confirmed that choosier is a word, I've learned something today because I did not know that choosier was a word. Now I have a proofreading. I have a proofreading certification. Went to a class and all. Not only went to a class, I did a class. It was long class and took a test and did all this stuff. Anyway, I'm certified to proofread for money. I can proofread for money. And I did not know choosier was a word. So I've just learned something. Chad does got my number. You said I've been more choosier. I've been too. I've been more choosier about my trades too, because I needed to be more choosier about my trades. Okay, so let's see what's going on here on CNBC. Waymo pauses San Francisco robotaxi service after blackout chaos. Ooh, Musk says Tesla service is unaffected. Of course, he would say that. Waymo plots robotaxi global expansions as Zoox and Tesla roll to the starting line. Waymo, like we already ahead of this. What y'all doing? Oh, here we go. Epstein, a number of documents, including the Trump photo, reportedly disappear from the DOJ site. Shocking how things just go poof. Poof. Disney's Avatar, Fire and Ash disappoints. Oh my goodness, with a weak $88 million domestic opening. Don't say that, because me and the kids were supposed to go watch. Me and the kids and my grandson are supposed to go watch Avatar for Christmas. Supposed to go, we have breakfast and then we go to the movies usually. It's supposed to be, I don't want it to have a disappointing start. Tanya said, I'm learning to be choosier about my trades. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Powerball jackpot climbs to 1.6 billion. Powerball jackpot climbs to 1.6 billion. If you won 1.6 billion, what's the first thing you do? What's the first thing you do if you won 1.6 billion? What's the first thing you do? I saw a guy the other day on Facebook, I think it might have been. He went to claim his prize wearing the Scream mask, because I don't think you can't hide your identity per se, but I think he went in the mask so that way his picture wasn't, because I have some friends who won a big lottery. Yep, change my number. I have some friends who won a big lottery, and it made a significant change to their lives. People would show up on their front door with the sob stories and all the things. Family members come out of nowhere. Yeah, Tide for sure. Family members come out of nowhere with all the issues. Wink said, I tell my wife, pack your bags. You sound like my husband. Tanya says, give glory. Yeah, that sounds like my husband's. Like, basically we would go poof. We would be poof somewhere for the length of time we needed to, until we needed to come and claim. But we would have all the stuff we needed set up someplace else, so that way we would literally fly in, stake our claim, and fly right back out and be gone. Diesel said, change my number. Ward said, move. Janae said, well, I tried for 19 at the Powerball because I really didn't think 20 would be it, since the date was 20. 20 was a number. Oh, my goodness. Janae, you missed us. You should have got it and you could have shared it. Confirm my winning first, hire a financial advisor, pay off my bills, immediate family, then pack and live. Yep. Contact me. I could recommend someone. Cool. Okay, so what's coming up this week? Monday, nothing's on the list for this week. Tuesday, we've got preliminary GDP quarter over quarter. That's some stuff. We've got durable goods orders. GDP is coming on Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning, so that's before the market opens. CB consumer confidence at 10 o'clock, again, also in the morning. We've got some October data that's supposed to come out. Wednesday, unemployment claims, crude oil inventory. Does anybody know if the market is open the whole day on Wednesday? Christmas Eve, is it open all day long? Seems like the day before Thanksgiving, didn't it close half a day? Like, why wouldn't it do that for the day before Christmas? Okay, let me see. What do I have on my calendar back here? Y'all remember this calendar? I got to update the calendar and put it for 2026. Y'all remember the calendar? Ooh, moving the computer. Let's see. Oh, maybe that was it. Oh, I don't have any dates. There ain't no way that Christmas is not closed on. Oh, I said, here we go. Christmas Day is closed on the market is closed on Christmas, but I don't see why it wouldn't be closed half a day on Wednesday. Y'all remember the candle? Y'all remember the calendar? This month is 3 white soldiers or 3 black crows. That's what's going on. That's what's on the calendar for this month. Gotta update the calendar. Oh, I see somebody says 1 p.m. close. Diesel, it closes at 1 on Christmas Eve. Great. And then Thursday, of course, the market is closed because it's Christmas. It's Christmas. And then Friday, no, there's nothing scheduled there, but people will be trading. Okay, 1 p.m. close on Wednesday. I figured we wouldn't close early on Thanksgiving Eve and not close early on Christmas Eve, right? Okay, there's that. What's next for us? Let's go. I have for next week. I'm gonna add this to the stage. Trade ideas for next week. Trade ideas for next week. Got a nice little list. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 trades. If it has a star next to it, I need to put that little thing there. If it has a star next to it, it's on both sides. That's what that star means. Star means it's on both sides. It's on the call credit spread and the put credit spread list. I've got to update it. Then I'll give you the link, Ward. Okay. So you see there's lots of things that are neutral this week. Lots of neutrals. So you want to make sure that you're checking them out before you enter. I believe we're in Amazon, Nvidia. Hey, Lisa. Amazon and Nvidia is what we're in. Y'all see SoFi on the list? SoFi done rose up and got on the list. I might have to trade SoFi just because I still own shares, of course, but I hadn't traded it like that in a minute. Okay. But here's our list. If you follow me on any social media platforms or whichever groups, you should be able to see this information. I need to put in email because I didn't send out the email with it this week. So I'll put it in email as well. So for those of you who get my emails, hopefully everybody gets and reads my emails. I have great newsletters that come out every week. Really, really good newsletters come out every week. So I sure hope y'all are getting and reading my emails. Everything I send ain't a sale. Ugh. Some stuff is really good. Some stuff is really good information. No, there's things that are really good, useful information that is not selling something. All right. So there's that. Okay. That's the list of trades for this week. All right. Let's go look at the charts. Let's go look at the charts. We're going to go check out SPY, see where it potentially will be going next week. SPY, let's put it on the daily. You can see what it did the last several days. It's probably going to look a lot like SPX. Well, this gap here got filled. If y'all can see that, that gap is filled. It got filled with Wednesday's price action. We got some support right here. I'm going to delete you. Yepper. Definitely came to a buy area and ran right on back up. A nice little support zone. It's got some room. Actually, it bumped right on past that resistance. And if I was looking, I would probably say the next really good resistance area, is like 683. This area where it's at is one, but then 683 is the next one, maybe a little bit lower if you put it in this zone based on this candle here. 680 in the 683 area, the nice little resistance zone. This was a 2-up candle for Friday, but barely. It only just poked up. It wasn't like it was a hard run up, but there is some room here up to 683 for SPY. Has a little more room to go up at a daily candle, but on the weekend, those are previous week, so you really can't go with that. On the month, it is green. SPY is green on the month. Triple Q, so time frame continuity shows it going up still. This looks very similar to Triple Q. Looks very similar to SPY. They look real close. Real close. There was that gap. It's closed. Okay, you know what? I didn't put the gap on that other chart, but I needed to. There's a gap here on the SPY chart. That's a gap that's going to need filling, needs a filling. Let's go back to SPY before I get too far off of that and forget that needed to be put on as a gap. Remember, gaps are the close of one candle to the open of the next. Close of one candle to the open of the next, and then you pull back off of price action. So there's a gap at the bottom here of SPY from 671 all the way up to 674. There's a gap there that will need a fill-in. And I don't know how SPY and Triple Q do at the end of the year. Do they like to clean up? Do they like to clean up after themselves at the end of the year? Do they like to clean up after themselves? Got some gaps up here that are yet remaining. I bet I left this gap off of SPY too. There's another one here. Okay. Gap from 609 to 612-ish, just below 612, just above 612. That's also a gap. Okay, and there's one that's hanging out down here that has yet to be filled in the 500s area. This is Triple Q we're talking about. Let's go check out IWM. Small caps, baby. Small caps. Let's put the gaps on here. It's green on the month as well. There's a gap that I'm marking from 247 and some change to 248 and some change. That's been filled. That's been filled. Yepper, yepper, yepper. Let's see what we got here. There's a little bitty one. 248.71. On Friday, there was a gap was left behind on Friday, just like it was on SPY, Triple Q, SPX. There was a gap left behind on all those. Same thing on IWM. The IWM gap is a little smaller. It is from 248.72 to 249.08, so about 30 cents. But it's there nonetheless. Okay, green on the month. IWM. All of these are kind of in the position to go up a little bit higher. They've all come to a support area, and they're set to continue to go up a little more. Of course, we trade what we see, and go from there. But what I can see is it's in a position to continue a little bit higher. Let's go up a little higher. Yep, it's above the 20-period moving average, the 9 and the what moving average is that purple one? What moving average is the purple? The purple is the 50. Oh, yes, on top of the 50. And it's pointing up. Yeah, that does give it a little bit more confirmation that it's probably going to go up some more. Why did I think my 50 was blue? I need to edit that because I keep my 50 blue. That way I can remember what it's supposed to be. Oh, that's kind of bluish, but it felt purplish. It felt a little purple to me. I'm going to leave it like it is, but that looks purple. It's supposed to be blue. Okay. Let me see if we got some comments over here. I said I read them. They're valuable. Yep. Yeah, the candle notes were really good. The calendar. Okay, so that was all three of the indices for the week. Coolly, where we going? All right. Wrapping up, landing the plane. When I get it to go back to the stage. There we go. Talking about the membership. Basically, we're still, in the membership, training the folks, training the people on how to do call credit spreads, put credit spreads, how to enter, how to exit, how to manage the trades in the middle, how to work charts, how to do technical analysis, all those things. I have found that people don't really have a problem with entries. Our issue generally comes with management in the middle and exits. Most of us can figure out when to enter the trade. And even if you don't figure that out, somebody can tell you when to enter. But then while you're in a trade, how do you manage yourself and the trade while you're in it? How do you manage yourself, which is one of the hardest pieces, and manage the trade while you're in it? And then when do you exit? Profitably or with a loss? When do you exit? These are good questions, because if you don't know, you'll stay too long and sometimes stay too short. And you don't want either one. So that's the kind of stuff we do in the membership. All right. We're actually going to get on here in about 15 minutes and do our charting and training call that we have every Sunday night. We do those every week. We chart, we train, we talk about what, and all during the week we're together. I coach and work with them all during the week. We work together, making sure that everybody is profitable. Of course, we have copy trading going on right now. If you hadn't joined copy trading, it is still happening. Copy trading took a loss on Thursday, very small one. I was so proud of myself. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. We followed the trading plan, took a small loss. Copy trading and the membership are running concurrently. One is not replacing the other. They are running together. Some people, lots of people actually, are in both places. Some people are trading in the membership and learning while they're also copy trading and letting me place trades for them. Okay, two different brokers many people are using. Some folks are just copy trading and then going into the membership. Some folks are just in the membership and not copy trading, but you get the option to do either one, all three, all two, all however you want to work it. Okay, we got something for everybody. Something for everybody. Okay, I believe that covers everything I was going to cover. And I will be on tomorrow morning at 8:30. I'll be on YouTube talking about the day, what we see for the pre-market and what we see that morning, how the SPX moved tonight, and are we ready to run the rally next week and ready to get this money, right? All right. So everybody, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stay green and we're going to get this money. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit all the things you're supposed to hit for YouTubers. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye.